Birdstrike,
I know what the Jubilee is.
announced Isabella.
It's an engine called Bahamas.
Isn't it some sort of party? Thomas and I took some scouts to one once. That was a jamboree, Thomas chuckled. Oh, was it? Sorry. Gordon smiled. Actually, it's a train. My brother Flying Scotsman told me the Silver Jubilee used to run from London in the old days. But we're not in London, objected Daisy. And if it's a train, why do we need it?
We don't,
Said a well-known voice.
Our Jubilee is a golden one. Because in 1995, it is 50 years since stories about us started to be in books. I thought it would be a good idea to celebrate.
It is a party then!
Sort of, Percy. I haven't worked out the details yet, but you will all know about it in plenty of time.
The engines were excited. Will there be a special train? Can I pull it, please, sir?
Sorry, Gordon, there will be a special train, but I can't spare you. Anyway, haven't you forgotten that you had coal and water problems on the other railway?
Gordon had.
You remember Pip and Emma though, don't you, Gordon? I've asked them to be my special train for the guests from London.
The next day, Gordon was depressed. He wished he didn't have coal and water problems on the mainland. Near Henry's Tunnel, the main line passed through woodlands, and the high branches and trees were full of bird nests. Often, big flocks of birds flew above the main line, and sometimes Gordon had noticed them feeding in the fields nearby. Today, the birds were much closer to the railway than usual. Startled, the birds rose together in a thick black cloud. They swooped across the line in front of the train. One bird, larger than the others, had been perched from the gate post on the side of the line. It flew so close to Gordon that its wing almost brushed his nose. As it did so, there was a bump, and Gordon felt his brakes come on. Why are we stopping? Perhaps someone has pulled the emergency brake, said the driver. Don't worry, the guard will come and tell us in a minute. But the driver had no idea what was wrong. It might be a leak in the brake pipe, said the fireman. He inspected the pipe from one end of the train to the other, but he could find nothing wrong. I can't understand it, said the driver, scratching his head. There's no leak anywhere, yet the brakes are on. It was just when those birds flew across, said Gordon. One nearly hit me, and then there was a bump. Just a minute, interrupted the fireman. He looked quickly at Gordon's brake pipe. There you are, he said triumphantly. That bird knocked the seal out of your brake pipe, he explained. Look. Well, I'm blessed, said the driver. I haven't heard of a Birdstrike involving a steam engine before. A crew did it in the Great Western in 1915, chuckled the fireman. I read about it only last week. Gordon was soon on his way again. When Gordon went to Vickerstown and then back again, everyone laughed at him. Poor old Gordon. Fancy being stopped by a bird?
That's nothing to crow about, is it?
Indeed, he didn't.